fuck are you doing, dude? Just go ahead and turn the damn thing on. God. It's one of those days, folks. One of those days. Let's turn it around so you can see him. There he is. Oh, my God. All right, let's get these big fucking headphones on. There we go.
Welcome to Place Your Bet, everybody. I'm Tommy T here with my buddy Sal The Bookmaker. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection.
Peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, and even contracts given to you that you just don't understand. Plus a whole lot more. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305. Or visit them online at nocourt.us. Yes! Hello, everybody. So here's my warning to you. Do not mess with Sal the Bookmaker today. He's fired up. He's ready to go.
Dude, do we know how to work the phone?
We do know how to work the phone.
All right, turn it around so we can see it.
Okay.
If it's flashing, because I'm looking over there and you're looking the other direction.
Well, first of all, we know how to work the phone from two guys that have never worked the phone.
Hey,
let's
this
be
has
honest.
nothing. I don't want to hear that.
Like,
this way, at least I can see it.
Who's ever worked the phone in this studio?
It doesn't matter. The fact is,
it doesn't matter. No.
The fact is, if it goes off, at least I can see it. All right, folks, if you want to call in, give us a call. 702-221-7283. 702-221-7283. Again, 702-221-7283. Call it right now.
Or you can reach us through Facebook Live. We're currently running the Facebook Live program as Sal does every day. This is episode number 44, and this is the middle of our 8th week on Place Your Bet. You can also follow us on placeyourbet.vegas. Are you doing the math?
Yeah, no.
Okay, he's doing the math. Placeyourbet.vegas, where you'll find who Sal the Bookmaker, Tommy T, and the large pile of cash really are.
I got to tell you, we got an email, and this was yesterday. This was my favorite one so far. And it said, do you give a free trial? Do you give a free trial? And of course, what was the response? The response was simply, for the last 7 weeks, we've been given free trials at 37 wins against 4 losses. There's your free trial right there.
Okay, but in that response to that email, did you simply say, yes, we do?
Yeah, that was...
Yes, we do, right?
Well, that was the free trial.
Or did you yell at him on email? Because that's okay.
Pretty much, yeah, but that is it.
That's okay if you yelled at him. It's okay.
Right.
There's no problem there. All right. So today we're going to talk a little hockey. We're going to talk a little basketball, your 2 favorite sports. No, your favorite sport and your least favorite sport. College basketball we're not going to talk about, except the UConn ladies got beat by Baylor, which is always news when the UConn Huskies lose a game.
I do want to mention something to college hoops, though.
Okay, then
we'll get to that.
Take the college hoop. I want to start out with one of the sports that isn't in the headlines lately, and that's baseball. The free agent signings, the signings are dragging on and on and on. Now each year they're actually, the big names are signing later and later. Big names are signing later and later as the season is going on, and I think that there's a problem with Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. They don't have as many teams lined up to pay them the $350 million plus that they were going to get. But research as I do before every show, and I'm always looking for the out-of-the-way articles. You know, I like to follow certain writers. I like to try to read between the lines. And I think that there's 2 teams that are in the mix for Manny Machado and Bryce Harper. Consistently, it's the White Sox and the Phillies. Now, I'm not saying that that those 2 teams are fighting for both players, but there's a good chance that the White Sox get one and the Phillies get the other. Now, the Yankees are in on one, the Dodgers are in on another. But how is your feeling with who do the White Sox get? Do they prefer Manny or do they prefer Bryce?
No, this goes back to the winter meetings. And I told you when I was there just a few weeks ago here in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay, the fact is the White Sox were in on Bryce Harper quite some time ago. Hey, do we got a call coming in? Make sure you take that.
No, we don't have a call coming in.
What are you doing pressing buttons over there?
Because something's ticking or sizzling here. Like it's
a bomb. Everybody run. I don't know what it is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But no, anyway, the White Sox were in on Bryce Harper, 4 or 5 months ago. And there was a lot going on with that as well. Make sure you turn that a little bit more, would you? Okay. Attaboy, now I can see it. Okay. All right, and now as far as Manny Machado goes, look, it has been the Yankees and the Yankees. Now, the Phillies want to spend money. The Phillies went out and spent money on David Robertson today. They put a 2-year deal together, which I think is a complete waste of money. Why did they blow $23 million on him? I don't know.
He's not a bad pitcher. What are you talking about?
He's not worth $23 million bananas.
Well, he's only getting $11 million a year, first of all. That's middle of the road.
It's middle of the road.
And also, he's going to be a back-end guy. They got a new guy that played last year. I forget his name. Yathony something.
What'd you call him?
Yathony. It's Yethony, but forget his last name. But no, he's not a bad guy.
That's the pony. What's his name? He's a phony.
It's Yathony. Have fun with it. Have fun with it.
That's what I put to it, damn it.
But no, and looking up Robertson's stats, he's been remarkably consistent for the last 8 years. He gives you 60+ innings. His ERA's been under 3.25, so he's not a bad back-end guy.
Wait a minute, hold on. He is supposed to be a closer. You're talking about an ERA above 3?
No, below 3.25.
You just said whatever 3.2.
Yeah.
What's above 3? Because if you're saying below 3.5, it's like 3.3, 3.22 or some crap.
Yes, I don't think it's a terrible signing. He's always been a pretty dependable guy.
Those numbers aren't closer numbers. The closer is hovering around 1.5.
Well, he's not going to be their main closer. He's going to be a late inning guy, but they have, and I'm getting the guy's name for you because I'm able to do two things at once now. Seranthony Dominguez. He's the young guy that came out of the bullpen last year. So Robertson's a 33-year-old guy, so he's at the tail end of his career.
Well, he's at that injury stage, too.
And he hasn't been injured. He's been pretty injury-free. The only injury he's had over the last 8 years is a minor groin pull. Now, of course, everything down there cannot be minor. Everything's major, but they call it a minor groin pull.
Okay.
Right?
All right, well, look at it this way. Going back to the original statement about Manny Machado, he is going to go to the Yankees. And Bryce Harper is going to go to the White Sox. That's it. There's no drama beyond that.
Really?
Because look you already had the Yankees already made the move and Troy Tulowitzki, right? So they already got their shortstop. And remember, Machado's a third baseman. He's not really a shortstop. So now you bring Machado over to third, and again, you've got an all-star infield because that's what the Yankees do, right? And so their problem solved. Philadelphia is going to lose out on that, and that's why they made the Robertson signing, because they know they're not going to be able to get Machado third base.
It's amazing because Philadelphia was actually in the lead for both guys.
Nobody wants to play there. Dude,
Why?
They booed Santa Claus. That's why.
No, Philly's a great baseball town, and they got a lot of money, and they got a lot of good young talent. They're in the same boat as the White Sox. Well, there's a lot of good young talent on that team. Yeah, but
remember, the city of Philadelphia and sports, look, they've lost more professional games than any other city in America.
True, but that's a great sports town. I'm sorry, but it's a fantastic sports town.
It may be a great sports town, but the players don't like Philadelphia.
What player doesn't like Philadelphia? Allen Iverson loved it. What player doesn't like Philadelphia? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get you going already.
No.
But who doesn't like Philadelphia?
Most players don't like Philadelphia.
Okay, name me one, because I know you know a lot of players.
Pete Rose. First, I'll go to Pete Rose.
Well, Pete Rose doesn't count. He's not in baseball. Give me a baseball guy.
It doesn't. Oh, Mike Schmidt didn't like Philadelphia.
He loved Philadelphia.
No, you know who loved it? Steve Carlton loved it.
Well, yeah.
Tug McGraw loved it.
Yeah,
we're staying back in that era.
It's fine.
Current players don't like. Howard didn't like Philadelphia.
Why not?
Hey, don't ask me. I'm not him.
Philadelphia made him rich beyond his wildest dreams.
Why? Look, money isn't everything.
No, it's not true.
All right. So get away from the money.
It's the only thing.
This guy. Look at it. And then Nate Schmidt falls down, and he goes down in a heap. Well, the fact is, look, Philadelphia is a very tough place to play professional sports, whether it's hockey, baseball, basketball, football, badminton, hitting shuttlecocks, or curling. It doesn't matter.
Okay, listen, I'm going to get it out of the way. The beginning of the show, in the first 10 minutes of the show, I'm going to give you gong of approval for just making it here today, having a fired up day, having a tough day, busy day. You have your other show at 5 o'clock. You're here, you're ready to go. So you get the gong of approval for just being here, being ready to go all the time. All right. And you get this too.
All right, and that would be a thumb up.
Okay.
As long as it's not up my backside, we're in good shape.
No, don't go there. Okay, so the Phillies
went there.
The Phillies signed David Robertson.
And that was a concession signing.
He's just all the signings now. Like
he's a middle of the road guy.
Yeah, the Angels signed Jonathan Lucroy. All the signings now are not major signings.
Right, these are middle of the road concession signings
because they're waiting on it.
Lucroy's a journeyman.
Right?
That's
and they're just waiting on these guys. The Toronto Blue Jays traded for Clayton Richard, a left-handed pitcher from the Padres who's been around for a while.
Clayton Richard started with the White Sox. He went to San Diego and he was there for a long time. And he eats innings. His ERA is about 4.1 and thereabouts. But he'll keep you in a game and he eats innings. That's really all he is. He's a herky-jerky left-handed pitcher.
You need those guys. You
ever seen his delivery? It's one of the most god-awful deliveries I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
pull the video up. Just do YouTube, Clayton Richard. You'll see what I'm talking about.
It can't be worse. It can't be worse than Clayton, right? I mean, Kershaw's.
Oh, it's worse.
It's
if you
worse than
watch
Clayton?
mechanically, it's a disaster.
Okay.
And the only one that I ever know that was worse than him was Ben Weber. That was with the Angels.
I don't remember
Ben Weber was herky jerk.
Some of those herky jerks work though, but not for the longevity of their career. They end up getting injured, right?
Well, and Mitch Williams actually was the very worst because he'd fall off the hill every time he threw the ball.
Oh my God! Someone wrote that Mitch Williams pitches like his hair is on fire. Okay.
Well, Clayton Richard pitches like his colon's on fire.
Okay. I watched him. It's not that herky jerk.
It is. What are you talking about?
I mean, he's got a little stop. He's more of a shot put delivery, but
it's a terrible delivery. Now do Ben Weber. Look up Ben Weber real quick.
Okay.
Ben Weber is awful. I mean, it's actually quite humorous. Ben Weber was about a decade ago.
So far right now the Clayton Kershaw delivery is way worse than Clayton Richard. They're both named Clayton. That's what's throwing me off.
But it's a Clayton thing.
Yeah, Kershaw's delivery is way worse.
It's a Clayton thing.
He's got the stop and the bump.
Hold on.
I'm double clicking. I'm waiting for it to come
up. Watch Ben Weber.
Here's Ben Weber.
Watch herky jerk.
Okay.
This guy has the most screwball delivery of all time.
Okay. Did he pitch in the 2002 World Series?
Just watch. Just watch.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Everybody at home saying, well, we can't watch it, so don't worry. Everybody at home, just Google it and we'll look at Ben Weber, and you'll see one of the worst deliveries to home plate in the history of baseball.
His isn't coming up. So we
just find another one. There's plenty of them on there. Come on.
And we don't have to. It's okay.
He's a one-man circus.
It's okay. I believe you. Ben Weber's delivery is herky jerk. Okay. But now moving on to the NBA. So Kawhi Leonard went to San Antonio today for the first time since he basically bailed on the season last year. Mm-hmm. Now, Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be one of the quiet superstars, doesn't attract a lot of attention. Apparently, he drives a 2004 Toyota. He's not one of those fancy guys, right? But he still pulled a weird stunt last year. I mean, he was injured, and he claimed that he didn't trust the Spurs doctors, and he basically sat out the entire year. He played a couple weeks in the middle of the season, right? So this was his first game.
Well, the car's paid off.
The car's been paid off probably since when he was in San Diego State. Right. I mean, he had the car before college.
That's right. Well, he's a smart guy.
So he's a smart guy. He doesn't seem he's not the kind of guy that attracts a lot of attention, right? So last year was the first time that anything negative was.
He only attracts attention when he doesn't want to talk to the media.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
or follow the media's beat or follow their parade. And so and look, I have no problem with Kawhi Leonard.
He's a quiet guy.
Yeah,
Last year was
the
first time he really attracted any kind of negative attention since he's been in the league. Right. He's pretty much a quiet guy. Today's the game where he went back to San Antonio and they booed him relentlessly.
So what?
So
it's a game, and it's a business too.
Yeah,
who gives a damn?
They're mad. The Spurs are mad,
and they should look. If the fans want to be mad, they could be mad. But the fact is, he played. He made his money there. They won games with him on the court. Whatever. Let him go, man. Live and let live, and that's the end of it. So we got do that again. All right, so you got 45 seconds, folks. Everybody watching Facebook Live, that's what the fist and the karate chop means. All right, now you got 30 seconds. All right, folks, anyway, tell you what, we're going to pick up with that on the other side here on Place Your Bet. I am Sal the Bookmaker. Make sure you check out placeyourbet.vegas. Lots of good stuff there, some good characters, and we'll tell you more when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just something is hissing over here. That's all. I've never heard this sound before.
It's a bomb, dude. I don't know. Let's see what it is.
Sounds like the speaker's on or something.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Hold on. Let's see what it is. All right. Let's see.
I couldn't find Ben Weber.
It's coming out of here.
The speaker. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and so you got to find where. What speaker is this? What's this for? You know what? Play. Oh wait, no, that goes to Scott, right? This is Scott.
Yeah. This is Scott, and this is computer.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe something here got hit, like a button here got hit when I moved the phone or something.
Hold on. Volume.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I moved the phone, that's what it was.
Hopefully we didn't kill the volume and anything else. Look at I come over here and I problem solve. Hey folks, give a call in 702-221-7283, 702-221-7283, and remember, happy holidays with that face. Yes. And there's Nate. All right. Well, I'm fucking wound up still from that guy at the Sam's Club. What a dick.
That guy.
What a dick.
That's ridiculous.
How do you pull in front of me and start talking shit to me? That's unbelievable.
Well, he said F you.
Yeah.
Dontrell Willis had the old Juan Marshall leg kick. I have a weird...
Oh, dude, go ahead. There it is. Hey, what's up, Derek? Derek Myers on. So is Mike. Yeah, Dontrell, he pitched over at the Kane County Cougars right by my house. No, go look at, just do Ben Weber. Ben Weber, pitcher. Do Ben Weber, pitcher.
Okay.
What are you doing? Just go back to where you were.
I want to keep that one there. I like that one.
Jesus.
I want to keep that video
All right.
there. Okay, I could just do another one.
Ben Weber, pitcher. Wow. Oh, mercy. Look at this guy. All right.
I've already done it.
Well, hold on. Hold on. There's more. There's got to be more. Right here. That's the guy.
I know. It's a game.
That's the whole fucking game.
It's a 3-hour game.
Here, scroll up. I'm sorry. Go down. 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 Go down.
See, I already did this.
Hold on. Go back to the 50. Click on the 50 because there will be stuff there. That's the Giants.
It's too hard. This is a 3-hour game, buddy. No.
No, you look over here. There might be something over here.
Yeah, there's not. There's not a quick way to get this.
Ah,
we can
Jesus.
find it. There's not.
Hey, look,
what
there's-
do you want to do? There's not a quick way to get this.
Yeah, I went to game 1 of the World Series there. That was great. That was exciting.
That was a great World Series.
Yep. Well, the fucking Giants beat themselves. That's really what it was. You know, my station over in Honolulu is home of the Giants, and it's home of the 49ers, too.
That's great. I'm sure that the 49ers have a ton of fans in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and it is a...
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
No, I know, because I know the routine for these. But we are home of the Giants, home of the 49ers, home of Alabama football, and there's some Yankee games. They carry the Yankee
at
rate.
6 at 2 in the afternoon?
2 in the afternoon in Honolulu. Yeah, it's CBS Sports. Right.
Weekdays at 5 p.m. here on
That was a
KC.
great baseball World Series.
Remember,
The
folks,
Giants
it's
and
a
Angels,
circus
two
and
teams
we
that haven't
prove
been
it
in
every
it in a
day.
long time.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let the dice stay hot. All right.
Welcome back to Place Your Bet. This segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company.
With a physical location or on the internet, you decide. You bring the idea, and the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. Visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com. Or call 657 600 1876. That's the American Business Trust Company. 657 600 1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. Yes.
Hey, tomorrow, are you gonna show up for the circus tomorrow?
I'm going to try to show for the circus.
I
have a very, very important doctor's appointment in the afternoon tomorrow.
All right.
And we don't want to get into that.
Everybody wants to know how the squirrel got there, and then we'll get back on that. But anyway. Well, no, we've got an attorney that basically turned triathletes. He's still an attorney, but he was one of those really large individuals, and he turned his life around about maybe 14, 15 months ago.
Large personality or large
as
man?
in
Okay.
like JoJo the whale.
Okay.
You walk among him.
Okay, sure,
Right.
sure.
Yeah, and now he is super lean,
He's running triathlon.
yeah, it's a great. Yeah, he's
that's
competing.
fantastic.
He's really turned it around, and
That's good. Let's
yeah,
give
his
it
name is Tom Gruenbeck. Tom's going to be with us tomorrow.
Okay. I love you know
Yeah,
me.
it's
I
a
love
great
that.
story.
Yes, I'm all
Yeah.
about health and fitness is the most important thing. I think if you don't eat well, if you don't have any fitness in your life, you're going to have a tough time.
Right.
Or you have to sleep.
But you also need mental fitness too.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe that's more important than the other stuff
Yeah.
because you don't have enough sense to get your rest, enough sense to eat well and stuff like that. So
right.
we're all about that here. I mean, listen, look at the energy that we have. You know,
Right.
I mean, we're
I'm
not
dripping with it when I walk in the door.
Yeah, I
telling
know.
you.
Between your shows, you're researching. I'm researching
Yeah.
the whole time.
I'm working, man. I'm working from, on this show stuff. I work from 3, and we'll call it from 2 in the afternoon all the way till at least 2 to 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So you're You go to sleep late. You're a late sleeper, late riser,
It's because
right?
the phone doesn't ring in the middle of the night for the most part,
So
right? So I'm doing my homework 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. This way, if I have anything I need to talk about, okay, I've got a clear head. No one's bothering me in the middle of the day, and it's better that way. So I'm
You
staying
work
up.
uninterrupted.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike what I'm doing right now, but you work uninterrupted.
Right.
Right.
I
Yes.
don't like to be disturbed.
Well, I've gotten many emails from you. When I wake up, I get an email from you at 3 or 4 in the morning
right.
telling me this is done. I'm done for the day. I got to go to sleep. So
Right,
yeah,
you're working. Exactly, you're working. I'm going to bed at 5 o'clock.
I know we're switching schedules.
I know, it's
That's
just
right.
stupid.
That's-
Anyway,
hey,
moving
listen,
on.
You got to do it. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the NHL and the Dallas Stars because a few days ago, their CEO, not their owner, their CEO, Jim Lites, came out with a scathing criticism of his 2 free agent stars, their 2 big names, and that's Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I did some research. I'm not the NHL guy here. You are, but I'm a sports guy. So I see some controversy. I want to know what this guy's talking about because there are other superstars in other sports that I think are way deserving of the criticism that this guy gave
Well,
his
what was
stars.
the criticism he gave?
He said that the reason they're struggling is that their 2 big names are not doing their job. And he said it's up. He said it's all on these 2 guys. We signed them to be stars, and they're not being stars. And it was colorful. I don't have his quotes in front of me. I first saw the story a few days ago.
Just paraphrase it.
Yeah, and that
Big
that's,
word for the Raider fans, but go ahead.
That's basically what he said is our guys are not being what they're supposed to be. They're not being what we paid them all this money for. And I think he even went off to talk about their contracts, the size of their contracts. One is 7 years, 40-something million. Another, they both have long contracts, pretty big contracts. So I started researching these guys, and the limited knowledge that I have of the game, they didn't seem like they were doing that bad. First of all, this Tyler Seguin, you brought up his stats. Since he played with Boston, he's pretty durable. He plays almost 80 games every year. That's the first thing you want your guy to do is to be available.
Right, you got to have him on the ice.
Right? We just saw Antonio Brown not show up. The last game of the year, just not show up. How about that for a star?
Right.
Making $22 million. And
how about his team not making the playoffs? And largely, I'm going to say because Antonio Brown wasn't playing.
Yes. The other thing is, now we're finding out that maybe the reason he was so upset is that the team voted the MVP for the season, and they voted Juju Schuster-Smith.
Right.
So what?
Smith-Schuster? Is it Smith?
The
Whatever.
other
it doesn't
way around.
matter.
Smith-Schuster,
Never mind the hyphenated names. We just call him SS.
Okay.
Right, the
or
SS
Juju.
disaster.
But,
whatever.
Okay, Juju had a good season. He had 100 catches like Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He had a few more yards than Antonio Brown, but Antonio Brown had 8 more
All right,
touchdowns.
well, go back to the hockey.
So, yeah, but this is the thing. This is the kind of guy that I want to see get criticized. But no one ever says anything about this guy. This NHL guy is ripping these 2 stars. Tell me about Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin.
Look, that team doesn't have a lot of stars, even though they are the Dallas Stars in the first place. The fact is, you've got 2 guys in Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin that are very good at what they do. But remember, there's another guy that they had playing the top line with them, and that's Jason Spezza. And Jason Spezza has just as big as a contract as the other guys. And Spezza, they signed a long-term deal. They signed him from the Ottawa Senators. And I got to tell you, those 3 guys did play together on the top line. They'll put them together on the power play unit. So, when they go on the power play, you've got your best players, but they drop Spezza down to the second line. So this way they have some semblance of a second line. The fact is they really only have one solid line. I mean, you can't expect Radulov that's with them to really be that guy that's going to play at the same level of Ben and Seguin in the first place. It's not that way. But here, the bigger problem is this. Look, they've got Ben Bishop between the pipes, and Ben Bishop's a decent goalie. But in fact, how good is he is the big question. Or better yet, how good's the defense in front? In front of the goalie, you've got Klingberg, and then you've got a bunch of tin cans, right? So you've got one good defenseman, and this guy scores too. I mean, he is a big scorer in the NHL, right? But the bigger problem lies with your goalie is only going to be as good as the defense in front of him. Now, the Blackhawks have seen that. A lot of teams have seen that. And even our Vegas Golden Knights have seen that with the absence of Nate Schmidt for the first 20 games. They were a very, very average team. Since he's been back, they are
one of the best teams in the league.
They are a conference leading, contending team.
Absolutely.
And could they make the finals again? I don't know. Maybe they can. It doesn't matter. My point is, back to the Dallas Stars. So the Stars have so little confidence in their goaltending, which really is a misnomer because it's really their defense that's suspect, that they went out and took Khudobin from Boston. And I got to tell you, that guy's a better goalie than Ben Bishop in the first place. Khudobin really lost the starting job let's put it this way. He took a Raskata in Boston, but Khudobin was the guy that could have taken the starting job in the first place. So Khudobin goes to the Dallas Stars, who doesn't really need a backup goalie because Bishop is a good goalie. He's not just a serviceable goalie. He's a good goalie. And remember, this guy bounced from Ottawa to Tampa to LA
back to
Tampa and then to Dallas. And it's not because he wasn't good enough. It's because they thought he was washed up. But his numbers are pretty darn good. His save percentage, I think, is .923. He's 14-9. He has a couple of overtime losses. But remember, the team itself is not overachieving in the first place. So we go back to
sixth place. They're in the sixth seed.
Hold on.
Right? So they're not doing that badly.
So go back to Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn. Now remember, Jamie Benn's brother, Jordy Benn, was on the same team. And so Jordy Benn was dished off. Jordy Benn, I think, plays for the Montreal Canadiens now. And that was a piece of the puzzle that they needed because he brought a little something extra on the physical side to the game that maybe the Dallas Stars are losing out on. So now the CEO is popping off about the team, trying to fire the team up. The fact is, maybe if he armed the general manager with a little bit more tools in the grand scheme of things, you might have a better defensive core to put in front of Ben Bishop, which would take pressure off of Seguin, Spezza, and Jamie Benn so they could go do their job. Just like when Nate Schmidt was injured, or he was on the shelf for 20 games, all of our forwards had to do what? They had to play defense. Now they could focus on what they do, and this is exactly what the problem is in Dallas. Same damn thing we had over here in Vegas.
Okay, so this is
not a. Hey, look, you shut up.
Not to you. This is the Jim Lights. This is to the CEO.
Okay,
right.
But yeah, right.
Keep going. Why would I shut you up? Keep
right.
going.
But no, this is.
Go say you shut up.
No, you shut up. This is a defensive issue, and if you shore up your defense, that's why defense, especially in hockey, defense wins championships, right? You've got to have good guys on the blue line. You've got one, maybe a second guy, and that's about it. You've got a broken Coke machine, a bag of pucks, a German Shepherd, and that's really what makes up the rest of your defensive core. Fix the defense, and you'll fix everything else.
Okay, so to recap, that was excellent right there. You dropped a bunch of names. You left out Devin Dubnyk. Luckily, he's not on this team, but Devin Dubnyk
you just like saying the name.
I love it. He's my favorite player. I never even saw him before. Devin Dubnyk.
Oh, no!
Okay, so right now, currently, the Dallas Stars are at 46 points. They're in 6th place in the Western Conference. Not terrible.
And the Western Conference is loaded with good teams,
Always
too.
good. Always a good conference.
Yeah.
The Vegas Knights are at 52 points. They're in 2nd place in the conference. They're tied for 2nd. So this is a very, very good conference. And I'm pulling for the Dallas Stars. The little bit that I know of this team, I'm pulling a little bit for the Dallas Stars. Oh, I know.
Never.
I like it that they just dropped the North. I like it.
No, it worked perfectly because the Lone Stars State, it worked perfectly.
Yeah, it worked perfect, right?
And now, okay, so when the Phoenix Coyotes or the Arizona Coyotes, what the hell they call them now? Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah.
When the Arizona Coyotes get ousted from the Pacific Division, they're going to go to Houston, and that's going to be your rival. So it'll be the Houston Coyotes or call them whatever you want. Because right now, the Houston Aeros play in Houston. That's their minor league team.
Yes.
But they're in the Toyota Center, which is an NHL-ready stadium. So now you'll have a rivalry between Dallas and Houston, which is exactly what the NHL needs in that division.
Okay.
No question.
Excellent. Okay. Great. Switching sports right now. The Warriors are hosting the Rockets. Always a big game between those two teams. Basketball, there's 82 games.
Yeah,
These
but
teams play each other.
That's on everyone's headline today.
Yeah.
All this stuff is everyone's headline.
It is. I haven't seen this game because I've been studying hockey and some other stuff, baseball, so I haven't been following this headline.
Hold on. Is this a Harden issue or is this a Warriors issue? Let's cut right to the BS.
I think this is a Warriors issue. When I first looked at this game, because
that's what the guys on the 4-letter network said.
Like I haven't followed it that closely right now. The Lakers lost last night. You know, I was trying to do a little research on that. I talked to my son, who's kind of a Lakers expert. On the way in, I just said, "Give me your take, And he said, right now they're not closing. He said the Lakers are in every game. They're winning every game since LeBron is out. They just can't close in the fourth quarter, much like they were last year. So they're having a hard time with those young players.
Hold on, isn't that a leadership issue? Hold on, I'm asking. There's a reason I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a leadership issue.
LeBron's not in the game right now.
Hold the phone. LeBron discounted Walton in the first place.
No, he never did. You said that.
No, he did.
I disagree.
He
100% disagree. Did not discount Walton. You said that.
He discounted Walton, and everybody said it as well.
No, not everyone said it.
It was in every publication. It was on every.
It wasn't.
He
does not discount his coaches like you say he does.
Sure,
you just listen.
And even Magic gives him the right to do it.
No, so why does it always end up with LeBron and Magic? You don't like these guys.
Because you bring up LeBrick in the first place.
I didn't bring up LeBrick. I brought up the Warriors and the Lakers and why they were struggling.
Okay,
that's all.
Right, I said,
you bring it to
leadership?
LeBron. You always make it ugly struggling
But
with
I said-
LeBron.
Wait a minute.
You do. No, I'm not going to let you talk this out. No, I'm not going to give you the floor with this.
Was it a leadership issue, yes or no?
They're missing their star player, and they're having a hard time closing.
Okay.
How is that bad on LeBron?
So, all right, so there's nobody else on the team that could lead.
No, this is the problem they had last year. This team struggles without a big star because their core is not that good. Lonzo and Ingram and these guys are struggling. Also, Kyle Kuzma's injured.
Okay, so hold that thought.
They've been winning. They were beating Sacramento by 15 in the fourth quarter. They were beating the Clippers by 22 points, and the Clippers went on a 22-point run. And they were winning this game last night against Oklahoma City. They lost all 3 games in the fourth quarter late.
Right. Okay.
Which was the same problem they had last year. When LeBron got here, of course, he settled that problem. They were starting to win a lot of those games in the fourth quarter.
Okay, but my question lies is if they go out and try to get Antonio Davis. Now you're going to have to give up some of your core on top of it. And God forbid they give up Kuzma, which is the worst thing they could do. My point, hold that
That's
thought.
the only person they would want because the other guys are not desirable.
Just hold on. You already have a lack of leadership now when James is off the floor. All right? So when he's off the floor now, let's just say you bring in Davis. So you got 1-2 punch. It's great 1-2 punch, right? Now my question is, who else is going to play with these guys? You got the Stockton-Malone issue all over again.
Well, that's the problem the Lakers have is these young guys have not stepped up. They're just not ready. You could see that Ingram and Lonzo, they're not ready.
That goes back to the one-and-done players.
Yeah, they're just not ready.
Like
They haven't stepped up. They've been given ample opportunity. Now, what's happened with Lonzo is because LeBron's there, his usage has been pulled back a little bit.
This only puts an exclamation point on the importance of a guy like Rondo.
Yeah, I mean he's injured too. So
Right,
he's
I'm just saying, but it's a really big piece of that puzzle missing.
But it's concerning for the Lakers that these young guys haven't developed yet. The same issues they've had last year, they're having this year. Now LeBron and Rondo help cover them up. They got Lance Stevenson, they got some veterans, they got some decent veterans. But it's time for Lonzo and Ingram, Kuzma to step up and take control in the fourth quarter. They're almost there. They got the team right there.
I would argue Kuzma's certainly there.
Yeah, Ingram's
got a lot to learn still, but Kuzma is the guy. He's the guy that needs to step up for sure.
Lonzo's regressing. His free throw shooting is worse than it was last year.
He can't shoot. Period.
He can't shoot.
He just can't shoot.
He can't shoot. And we already talked about
right. We exhausted that one talking a few coat hangers.
Okay, but I started this by talking about the Warriors. When I first looked at this game,
was it a Warriors or a Harden issue? And you said it was a Warriors issue. Tell me why.
My quick glance, I saw the Warriors were favored by 8.5. Right. They haven't been playing well at Oracle Arena. They're 15-5 at home.
At home,
right?
Yeah. Don't give Oracle a plug.
Yeah, this
Oracle
Warriors team.
Money.
This Warriors team is they're not dominant at home, and their defense they're giving up 111 points a game. So
isn't that part of it being injury riddled too?
Well, they are injury riddled, and also they're missing a lot of their supporting players. The guys have moved on. So their bench isn't as strong as it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Correct.
So, but my first glance, I said that's too many points to be giving the Rockets 8.5. But I'm not following this like I follow football, so I'm not on Place Your Bet. I'm not on this game.
And you're a basketball guy too.
And I don't follow the point spreads that much because I usually follow the ebb and flow. The Rockets are getting blown out right now. They're down by 17. The Warriors scored 70 points in the first half. So this is one of those old school Warriors teams. This is at halftime. It's halftime, and one of the best players.
What's the score at the half?
70-53. Right. So the Warriors are holding them to 53 points, which is a 106 average, which is 5 points less.
So the betting people, all those bettors out there, because that's what we do is we talk about Place Your Bet, right?
Yes.
PlaceYourBet.Vegas. Now, if you're into live betting, the one thing you got to look at real quick is what happens from the score at halftime to the end of the third quarter. That will tell you who's going to win the game. Anyway, folks, looks like we're going to be back here in just a few minutes on Place Your Bet. Lots more coming.
We're going to follow that up. That's
I know.
A great point.
Don't go anywhere.
How the hell do you know that?
Don't worry about that.
So let us know about that. Wait,
Well-
halftime scores at the end of the third quarter?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and that deals directly with live betting. All those people that are betting on their telephones and this and that, there's a lot of that out there. And yeah, the live betting, you can make a bunch of money on live betting, but you've got to know how to read the score and read the trend.
That's amazing. So live betting means like in-game action?
In-game action.
Okay.
Exactly.
So this is a short break.
Yeah.
So you also saw that Caesars Entertainment, my company, signed their deal with, they partnered up with the NFL, which was huge news because the NFL
they needed to.
stayed away. But the NFL is the one sport, they came in last.
Right.
All three, they partnered up with MGM, but Caesars needed the
Well,
NFL,
they
right?
they needed him.
Yeah.
And you knew that was probably one of those deals that had to happen. Whatever. Yeah. But see, the thing is, if you don't
So keep it going.
If you
We're
don't,
on fire today.
yeah, if you don't watch the flow of money
45 seconds.
during the game as well, during the game. So it's before, but
Finish that up then.
Yeah,
And then
well-
I want to go to football, a little bit of football. Like,
I want to mention college hoops.
Okay, then just take the lead on this segment then.
Yeah, I want to talk a little college hoops, and I'm going to transition from this to college hoops, and then I'll throw it to you for football.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to talk about the games this weekend.
Yeah, I'll take it to no more than 10 till. I want to start football at 10 minutes to the hour.
Okay.
All right. All right, makes sense.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Okay, so we got 10 seconds.
Yeah. All right. I got to get these blasted headphones on again. NoCourt.us is justice for all and not justice for some. You know.
You know, you give me shit, but I can do 4 different things at once now.
You what?
You give me shit, but I can do 4 or 5 different things.
Good.
At once.
I mean, you're getting better at this. Hey, we got a call? What's going on with the light?
Well, it's been on the whole
Oh,
time. I
fuck
don't know
me.
what it is.
All right. All right. Watch your language.
I just can't do 6 things. I can't do 6. When you tell me to Google Ben Weber, like that goes over past my.
All right. Get it going. All right, folks. Welcome back to Place Your Bet. I am Sal the Bookmaker. This segment is brought to you by Kelly Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own TV or multimedia talk show. Kelly Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic every day and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Kelly Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit them at CaliVegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them, place your bet.
All right, we didn't tell you this.
It's a sponsor.
Just get your goat.
I got your goat. I got your goat and I got your bull. I got everything over here.
Okay, finish that thought on in-game betting for the NBA.
Okay, so you have all this action that goes on, and this is one of the sticking points with the gambling and sports. You know, we talk about in-game betting. Well, what the hell's in-game betting? Okay, so we're sitting there watching the game. Let's just say we're at the basketball game, and a lot of my friends, for example, they have their smartphones out and they're on pick their favorite bet online, blah blah, whatever the hell, right? And they're trying to figure out, all right, who's going to score the next this, who's going to do the next this, who's going to get fouled here, all that other BS. So my point is, with the in-game betting, as you're watching the game, you also have to watch the trends in the game. And what I've noticed over years and years and years of booking bets and gambling on the games and picking the games as we stand today is you have to watch the trends of the scores from halftime, what the score breakdown is from halftime, how it has progressed from the first quarter to the second quarter, but more importantly, from the second to the third quarter. That will give you the outcome of the game. So what I'm trying to do is, in not so many words, I'm trying to tell you that it's a really good idea to pay attention to the final score of the third quarter versus the halftime score, and then you can make your fourth quarter bets accordingly.
Okay, very good. So a lot of teams come out of the halftime and they either dominate third quarter action or they struggle. The Lakers traditionally struggle after halftime.
Right.
For some reason.
Okay, and so here's an example. You look at the 72-10 Bulls, right? You look at those Bulls from 1990 all the way to 98, right? Those were glory years for the Bulls. And the Bulls' trends with Mike on the floor is the Bulls would have a sluggish first half and they would pull it together in the third quarter. And you would find them pulling away from halftime to the third quarter. Even if they were down, they would usually end at the third quarter with the lead. And we already knew what was going to happen there. And their win percentage is right around 600 or 680, 670, whatever, through that 8-year stretch, whatever the hell it was. My point is, if you watch that trend, like you were saying with the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers had what the Bulls had.
Sure.
They were able to pull away. They were the bona fide Showtime
and
Lakers.
this Golden State Warriors has the same
the
makeup.
Warriors had the exact
third
same
quarter.
thing.
Yeah, they dominate those third quarters.
Right, but see here, for all those people that are doing live betting right now, watch and see if Houston doesn't close the gap in the third. Houston closes the gap into single digits, you got yourself a winner watching that Houston game.
Absolutely. You know, Phil Jackson, I followed him very closely. Once he got to L.A., I was in L.A. when he was there very closely. And he's very difficult with the media, but he would drop you gems every now and then. And one little gem that he dropped is He said it's very rare when a team wins all 4 quarters.
That's right.
And ever since I heard that stat 15 years ago, I follow it and follow it and follow it.
Phil said that in 1990 with the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. So, and he's right on it. If you're a betting person,
This is exactly what I'm saying right
if
here.
you're a betting person, follow the first 3 quarters. If Golden State wins this third quarter, if they win even by 1 point, if they win this third quarter, the fourth quarter, the Rockets are looking good. It's very rare when a team wins all 4 quarters.
Well, really what you should be looking at is what the point spread is right now. There's a 17-point spread at halftime, right? It's
17, yep.
70 to 53. So if Houston closes the gap into single digits at the end of the third quarter, watch and see if Houston doesn't win that game. Harden's going to blow up in the fourth quarter. That's what that tells me. Now, if the gap is about the same or it's still in double digits, that game's over with. And you could do your live betting, everything for Golden State, because the mental side of it has already set in, and Houston knows they are not going to win this game. They don't stand a snowball chance in hell of winning this game because they're not even a striking distance for a team that shoots out of the area code. They can shoot threes from across the bay. It doesn't matter. Those guys can dominate. Everybody touches the ball in Golden State.
Yeah.
Those guys are a well-oiled machine, and the only team that can beat them is Golden State.
Well, you just mentioned 2 teams, the 80s Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, the 90s Bulls, and this Golden State team. All 3 of those teams, everyone touched the ball on every possession.
That's right.
And my father, way back
Well,
before...
and ask yourself, what was the common denominator? The Chicago Bulls had a link, right? Remember, you had Phil Jackson and you had Steve Kerr, who played for Phil Jackson. There's the common link.
And then the Lakers had Phil Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Phil Jackson was involved in 2 of those, and one of Phil Jackson's disciples.
What I started to say is, before I even watched basketball, my father always talked to me about Red Holtzman's 70 Knicks. And the thing he used to always say is, every guy touches the ball.
Who was on that team?
Phil Jackson.
There you go.
Every guy touches the ball before they shoot. Now, of course, we remember the movie Hoosiers when Gene Hackman made that a rule.
What a great actor.
What a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, now, there are a lot of times when you don't want every guy touching the ball because you 2 passes and you get a great layup. Mm-hmm. But the whole notion that there's not one guy that needs to take the shot, everyone gets the ball, and that's why these teams are fantastic. And, of course, Phil Jackson was a better defensive coach than people give him credit for. Mm-hmm. He was a fantastic defensive coach. Right. So, that's where we're at with the NBA.
Let me shift over to the NCAA real quick. And, we talked about the firing for Alford. Okay, that's fine. I want to get past that. And I want to take a look at all those people that are betting these top 25 games. And I looked at the card earlier today, and I saw one. Now, imagine this. It was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Iowa that played at Purdue, and I think that was it. Go to the basketball scores.
I'm going to it.
Yeah, I think it was Iowa. They were ranked 23rd or 24th or maybe 25th. I don't know what the hell it was. I forget. But anyway, the irony in that is here you've got a ranked team with only a couple of losses. Was it Iowa?
Yeah.
Okay.
25th.
Okay, yeah. So they got a couple of losses, 2 or 3 losses, whatever, and they go into West Lafayette. They play in Mackey Arena, and Purdue is a 9.5-point favorite over a team that's ranked. And what does that tell you? That tells you that Purdue, I don't even have to see what the final score is. I know Purdue covered. They won the game. There's no question Purdue won the game.
Purdue was a 9.5-point favorite?
And they won the game.
You didn't know the game? I believe you didn't know the game.
I have no
I'm going
idea.
to tell you the final score.
I'm going to guess that Purdue covered, and they won by at least 15 points in that game. At least.
They won by 16.
There it is.
86 to 70.
Yes! Right. Well, that's
what
it.
The heck? Well, that's Sal the Bookmaker. That's placeyourbet.vegas.
Right.
There you go.
Right. What's it about, man? It's about understanding the line, understanding the money. How the hell is that line 9.5? And you've got a dog. It's a home. Or you've got a
ridiculous.
The ranked team is the dog to an unranked team. That tells you how strong the Boilers really are and how overrated Iowa really was. Either that or Mackey Arena has some magic, and I've seen many a game in the Mackey Arena. It has some magical spell over the other team. That's not the case. No, Purdue is damn good, and they should be a ranked team. They've had a couple of bad losses like everybody else.
They're 9-5. They were 8-5 before this game.
Right. Well, yeah, they're not going to be ranked after this game. They've got to beat a couple more ranked teams. Yeah. The point is, it was so unusual to see an unranked team 9.5 points over a ranked team. Now, ask yourself, when's the last time you saw something like that?
Well, I'm amazed at just you looking at the line. Now, I know that you know Purdue. You went to Purdue. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the line and that caught your attention, why is this 25th ranked team in the country getting 9.5 points on the road? That's what caught your attention. That's what amazes me with this.
But doesn't that look odd to you?
Yes, but
of course it looks odd.
When I look at it, I'm just looking at the team. I'm looking at how's Iowa, how's Purdue. I sort of scale over that. That's why I told you when I looked at the Golden State-Houston game in the NBA, 8.5 points, I said that's a lot of points to be giving Houston. Golden State's not playing well at home, but it didn't translate into anything for me.
Right. Well,
that's not how I think these games. You know how I am. I have to follow a team over the course of a long period of time before I start nailing it.
Right. Well, that's why I always look at the college. I love the college games. I mean, college basketball, remember, anybody could win the tournament. And we go back to Butler, right? Butler being in 2 finals in a row, despite they lost both, it doesn't matter. The fact is anybody can get in there. Anybody's got a shot. And that's what I love about college hoops, because everybody's got a shot.
Well, in the Big Ten tonight, it was heavy Big Ten action tonight. Wisconsin ranked 22nd.
Well, they play every Thursday. Yeah,
they lost to Minnesota. Minnesota came in, beat Wisconsin by 7.
Right.
Wisconsin ranked 22nd.
Illinois played a tough game against Indiana.
Yes.
Indiana's ranked 21st.
So these 3 teams are in the 20s, right? And then, of course, Michigan is the highest rated team in the Big Ten. They're number 2 in the nation,
right?
And they beat Penn State.
And let me tell you something. That Michigan team is for real.
Well, those guys for real for the last couple of years.
Those guys are
very
good.
John Beilein's a great coach.
And remember, that Loyola team lost to them. They had them on the ropes twice in the Final Four. They couldn't put them away because Michigan was too deep. Point is, they are a quality team, and that tells you how good that Loyola team was last year for them to take the lead on them twice, even late in the game.
Absolutely. That Mo Wagner, he pulled a Christian Leitner in the tournament last year. He was fantastic last year in the tournament.
Right.
He kept Michigan in the national championship game for a while before Villanova just dominated.
Krutwig played very well against him, but they were just too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the NFL. I know you want to cover something over there.
Well, we got today's Thursday. We got the games coming up on Saturday. We got 4 playoff games, the wild card games, and we got a couple great matchups. I'm not particularly, paying any attention to the Indianapolis-Houston game. I don't know why. For some reason, I don't care about that game. But the late game...
You and most everybody else.
Yes, the late game.
And that means that's the one that everybody should be betting on.
Of course. The Seattle-Dallas game, when I look at it from every single angle. I follow both of these teams very closely.
Yeah, but you're a Dallas guy, and you follow Dallas close.
And Seattle. I'm all over Seattle also. To me, I look at it, it's a flip-a-coin game. I have no take on this game.
The lesson learned is to look at the Indy game because there will be half the action on that one than there will on the Dallas game.
Okay.
You'll get a more true line on the Indy game.
Okay. So that's something we're going to cover tomorrow. We're going to start looking at that tomorrow. And I know that you got an email, someone asking for some free action.
This was my favorite, yeah. Yeah, so this person, to be nameless, sent an email in and says, hey, do you have any free trials? Yeah, right. Well, guess what? Our free trial was for the last 8 weeks.
This is our 44th episode.
Right, and guess what? During that free trial, I think we won, 37 out of 41?
37 and 4.
Yeah, 37 and 4.
Very good. 37 and 4.
All right, so the bottom line is, there's your free trial. You want a free trial? That's your free trial. Don't go asking or groveling for anything else. I'm not going to give anything else. The fact is, if you want the picks, pick up a subscription. I don't care if it's a la carte, silver, platinum, gold. It doesn't matter. You pick something up, show us some commitment. I'm showing you commitment with winners week in and week out. And
37 and 4. Go back. Look it up. This is
not an accident. Go to the podcast. Go watch the videos on YouTube as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll give you a free pick, by the way.
So whatever you find this weekend, needless to say, we're not giving it up online. I mean, on the air. We're going to give it up online. Yes. Okay.
I'm not going
to.
You subscribe. Okay. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll give you a pick. But I got to tell you, if you have been betting, let's face it, 37 out of 41 that come across the finish line, something tells me if you're not betting there, you're a fool. You're a damn fool, because that's over 90%, and you can be making a lot of bank right now. That's why we have the third character on Place Your Bet. That's why it's the pile of money's in there with us.
It's a real character. Look it up.
That is a real character.
It photographs better than you and I.
It photographs better than everybody.
Let me ask you something.
And it even smells better than us, too.
Can Dak Prescott keep up with Russell Wilson in this game? Russell Wilson is
one-on-one
Super Bowl.
He can.
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, because I don't think
the rest of the Cowboys can.
I believe that
but can they keep it close?
I believe that they can keep it close, but for some reason this game feels like a little higher scoring than maybe
I don't know,
jumps
man.
off.
I'm not giving nothing away.
Okay. The next day, both games I'm interested in the next game. The Chargers go into Baltimore after losing to Baltimore at home a few weeks ago.
That's one of the picks for Place Your Bets.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
on that game. We're not going to talk about the game. The late game is one of my favorites because I keep talking about this.
Bears!
The Bears are hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's the 30-year anniversary of the Fog Bowl, and I keep bringing it up because I love that game.
I hope they get a giant fog bank in there. I'd love to see that.
But we talked about this, though. They have better technology. They have an above camera now.
But I would just love to see it for the fans' sake, for the TV's sake. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Man, they should just get a couple big fog machines.
No, they don't need to get Lake Michigan. They don't need that. But anything can happen next to Lake Michigan.
I know you know this, but give me the phenomenon that creates the fog off the lake. What is it? The high temperature Come on. I know you
It's-
know
it's
this.
the
I'm
water-
not Googling it.
The water temperature is warmer than the air temperature.
There you go. Thank
Right,
you. I knew
that's
you
what
knew
it
that. I
is.
didn't have to
Of
Google
course.
it because I know it too, being from L.A.
Right, of course,
Yes,
course.
okay.
But look, I mean, anything could happen at Lake Michigan. Google it. Anything could happen at Lake Michigan. Let me tell you something. You get 20-foot swells on the southern end of Lake Michigan. I learned how to surf in Lake Michigan.
20-foot swells.
Go to YouTube.
I'm not going near that.
22, and I'll tell you what, the intervals are maybe 3 to 3.5 seconds instead of 7 seconds out in the Pacific Ocean.
Are you telling me that there's good surfing in Lake Michigan?
There's great surfing.
What time of the year?
November, March. It's it's shoulder season. When the cold weather starts to come in, the big storms come from the north. They hit the southern end of Lake Michigan, and that's where the big surf lies, at the southern tip. So
sounds
actually,
nuts.
it's southeast Chicago, and it's also Indiana. They even have a surf shop there, and you guys owe us money. It's called Third Coast Surfing. Yeah, it's incredible.
Surfing tips from Sal Tuzzolino from Chicago.
Hey, I've been surfing since I was 14.
I've surfed a lot too in L.A.
Yeah.
Years I surfed. Yeah.
What kind of
and
board do you
Hawaii
have?
too.
What kind of board do you have?
I don't have a board anymore. I broke my face on a wave.
I got a 6'9" at home.
Well, I had a long board. I had a 9-foot board at home. I could never get on
do anything
6'9".
on that. You can walk your dog on a 9-foot board.
Well, and I did.
Yeah.
I had my dog on the board, a 6'9". I couldn't. I mean, first of all, when I surfed, I didn't think that I could have that kind of control.
I have
6'9"?
never on a 6'9". Yeah, I've never used a wetsuit in my life. I mean, I grew up in cold water. Lake Michigan, let me tell you something. It could be 98 degrees in Chicago, and that weather or the water temp will be 55. It's bone chilling.
Well, in L.A., you can't get in the water in the middle of summer without a wetsuit. It's freezing.
No,
in
you
LA.
can't. I lived on the sand in Sunset Beach. I was out there in February and January. People thought I was nuts. Your head gets a little bit cold, gets a little bit numb after 10 minutes, but, time to come out, take a break.
Why do they
get
think
back
you're
in there.
nuts?
I don't know, because I'm out there without a wetsuit. That's why.
What about that Bears-Eagles game? Give us a little insight on that game.
I have no insight.
No? Trubisky against Foles. That Bears
not,
defense.
It's not Trubisky against Foles.
No.
That's nothing.
Absolutely not.
No, it's Akeem Hicks
That's
against
ridiculous.
Foles.
He's dominant.
It's Akeem Hicks and Foles. That's the matchup to watch. It's not Mac, it's Hicks. Hicks is just a giant load. You know who he reminds me of? The old Bears offensive lineman, Noah Jackson. Remember Noah Jackson?
Yes, number 68.
He even
but
looks
wasn't-
like him, too.
But he wasn't that big.
It doesn't matter. He looks like him, too. He's got the big beard, the big everything. Noah Jackson played in the mid-1970s.
Yes, he blocked for Walter Payton, and the other guard was Reeve Sori.
Yeah, I remember those guys. Give yourself a round of applause.
Okay.
And Mike from Paducah says, the Bears will kill them. All right, and there's a homer for you, too. I know we're all from Chicago, but guess what? This is not about what's going to happen. It is what already has happened. And Philadelphia knows they have no answer for the Bears' defensive line.
So I love that the Bears just kicked Minnesota's butt and didn't care who they were playing.
They kicked their ass.
They were running. They were running game on the Vikings, and they didn't care.
Why would they?
Well, because some people were saying, "Geez, the Bears should have rested their starters so they could have played the Vikings this week." No, you kicked their ass.
No, you've got your division rival in the game. You have a chance to eliminate them. You eliminate them. Whoever you play is who you play. Nobody gives a damn. They're going to run over the next team anyway. What the hell's the difference?
And they're going to own the Vikings next year. They're going to own the Vikings.
They're going to own the division
next year.
They're going to own the
Absolutely.
division for the next several years. All right, get us out of here.
Listen, I want to just give some more credit to Sal the Bookmaker for placeyourbet.vegas. We're 37-4. I know people are starting to email us. They're asking us for some free picks. And you know what? We've only given free picks for 7.5 weeks. So we're only going to give free picks for another 2 more weeks.
And a big hello to Jose Volonte. He says, great show, guys. All right, and thanks for watching us on Facebook Live. All right, for Tommy T, I am Sal the Bookmaker, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you go to placeyourbet.vegas and check us out. We'll see you next time. So long, everyone.
Let the dice stay high.
All right, man. Make sure you send that. Send the show.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, don't let these
Stay right here.
Mulignatis get us out of here.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah. All right, folks. He's going to send us a show. This way I could post it on Spreaker,
It's at
so
the
it'll be
top,
on our
not the
podcast.
bottom, Sal.
Yeah,
It's
go
at
to the top.
I'm going to
Go to the top.
because you know why? I'm not an idiot.
All right. Where are you from, Jose?
There's one.
All the
three.
chips to the middle of the table on the Bears, Derek says. I don't know, Derek. What do you think? I'm not giving the pick away. I mean, if you sign up for a subscription, then I'll give the pick away. I mean, my picks are, man, they're right on. And it's unbelievable. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just happens, I guess. I don't know. But it's not coincidental. I mean, I could say after a few of them, it's coincidental. But after over 40 picks, buddy, it's not coincidental. There's no way. All right, so he's doing that. We got those guys trying to get in here. Never mind them. Did you send it to us yet?
No, I got to make sure it's the right one.
Just send. Don't worry about it. Take your time. You got about 30 seconds. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Boom.
All right, It's Jose from Sudden Death.
You know him?
Yeah. Yeah, Jose is on right before us. And,
I know Jose.
yeah, Jose's a good guy.
Jose's a
Attaboy.
right.
I'm glad you're watching. So I'm glad you think it's pretty good. All right, here comes the posse. They're coming in.
Guys.
We gotta send our episode to ourselves, and then we'll get out of there. What's this guy? Who's a stunod looking at us like that? I punch him in the fucking nuts.
Easy.
All right.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have to fucking wait.
We're good.
We're doing something right now. We're doing something. Yeah, get that in there. Send it to us. You got me too.
Transfer. Yeah.
All right, we're set. Close that up.
Let me.
After it's done, close the whole window.
You got my email.
Yeah. Log out of there.
Here you go. Log out my email.
Log out.
Of course, it's not working.
There it is. Log out.
Okay.
Close out.
And
Close everything. Leave site. Leave everything.
and done. Okay.
And close that. All right, let me get my water.
All right, guys, how's it going?
All right, let me get my water.
All right.
All right, we've got traffic jamming here. What's going on, Patriots?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Hey, have a good
All right. Look at this. Boy, we got a full house.
All right.
All right.